Hey, welcome everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, 1980, Oakland at Detroit. The Athletics are 13 and 16. The Tigers are 16 and 12. It's going to be Matt Keough, 284 ERA versus Jack Morris, a 442 ERA. And this is Fall Classic Baseball. You roll 2d6. You read the blue first, then the white, and if you need it, you read the D20. So let's do it. It's Jack Morris. Jack Morris was 15 and 15 with a 1.3 WHIP. He will be facing Matt Keough. Keough was 16 and 13 with a 1.2 WHIP. So let's do it. And we're going to just slide this a little bit to the right so we can get a little bit more of the field in, so you can see the dice roll a little bit better. All right, and that is a 56. 56. Now, we don't know what Jack Morris is, so we'll use the 8, and that is going to be a B. So Morris is a B today. And we'll look at that 56, and the 56 is a strikeout. So Morris strikes out Henderson. Ricky Henderson leads it off and strikes out, and here is Dwayne Murphy. For the Athletics, it's Murphy batting second, the center fielder. Then it's Mitchell Page, the DH. Batting cleanup is Dave Revering, the first baseman. Wayne Gross at third base. He's batting fifth. Batting sixth is Tony Armas at 301. He's one of the better hitters. Actually, Page at 306, Revering at 314, and Armas at 301. Then you have another hitter that's performing well, Mike Heath, the catcher, batting seventh at 317. Then you have, of course, the two Mendoza line players at shortstop, Guerrero batting eighth, 232, and Piccolo at second base batting 230. It's going to be a 53, and that 3 could be a KD, and it is not a KD, so we're going to re-roll that. 53 is a range check. We're going to pull a card, and that card is going to say it's a second baseman. And the second baseman range is, let's see if we have Detroit here, the chart for Detroit. We should have, because I believe we played Detroit before. And that'll give us all the players and all the information. So let's see if we can find the chart for Detroit. And it's going to be Yankees and Detroit. Where's Detroit? Indians. Still got a couple more. Orioles, Red Sox. Where's Detroit? And the Tigers, the last one I looked at. All right. So Detroit, and but we don't need Detroit, right? Yeah, we do need Detroit. Second baseman is Lou Whitaker, and he's a range of 11. So let's roll anything within that range he gets to. Otherwise, it's by him. And he gets to it. So he makes the play. That's 2 down. And here's Mitchell Page, batting 306 in the replay. And that's a 63. Goes to the out range at 3 is a ground ball. He's a lefty, so that's going to be to first base to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Jack Morris. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. And the Athletics coming to bat. The Tigers coming to bat. It's going to be Keough versus Whitaker. So first you read off the batter card. So let's roll it. Here's a pitch from Keough. Now we don't know what he's going to be, but we're going to use that 7, and that's going to be a B pitcher. So that's the middle column for both, makes it easy. So a 65 is a pitcher home run, but he's a -11. And on a B, so only on a 1 will it be a home run, and we roll a 9. So that's a fly ball center field. 1 away. So he pops it up to center. And here's Alan Trammell with a 52. That's a potential error. KD check fails. And it's an 18, so it will not be an error. And a 52 was a ground ball to left field. That's Ricky Henderson, makes the catch. And here is Steve Kemp, left-handed hitter, with a 44, and that's line base hit, right center field. Cut off by Armas. Strong throw to the shortstop. And here is Richie Hebner with 1 on and 2 out. Pitch from Keough. And that is a 12, and a 12 is going to be an out. An 11 on a 2 is a little number in front of the plate. Pouncing on it is the catcher. He fires the first, and that retires the side. No runs, one hit, no score at the end of one complete. This is Fall Classic Baseball. This is Tony Porter. This is Cards and Dice TV. 1980. Where were you in 1980? I really care. Reach out. Let me know on the YouTube channel, Cards and Dice TV. And here's Dave Revering leading it off in the top of the second. Get every player. You get PDF for about $20. Otherwise, it's about $60 to $65 for a set, depending how many. It's a 26 and a versus a righty. That is a ground ball and through the right side for a base hit. So Revering's on with a single. Here's Wayne Gross. Good power versus righties, and that's a 13. That's going to be an out. An 18 is a fly to center field. Cruising to the ball is Kirk Gibson playing center field. The defense is Stegman in left field, Gibson in center field, and Champ Summers in right field. The infield for the Tigers, I don't know if you'll recognize these guys, but is Thompson at first base. Second base is Whitaker. The shortstop is Trammell, and the third baseman is Richie Hebner, ex-Met, ex-Pirate. Here's Tony Armas. Been somewhat of a slump lately. Here's the pitch from Morrison. That's at 41. That's normally a base on balls, and it is. That puts runners on first and second with only one out. So the Athletics have a little something going here. And here's a pitch to Mike Heath, and that is a 42. A 42 is a blank, and it takes us to ball 4. So back-to-back walks allowed by Jack Morris loads the bases. And here's a 232 hitter, shortstop Mario Guerrero playing the infield halfway, looking for that double play opportunity, and that is a 42. 42 is a blank, and that's ball 4. That forces in a run. So 3 consecutive walks gives Guerrero an RBI, and the Athletics lead it 1-0. Here is Piccolo, Rob Piccolo. That's how you pronounce his name. Here's the pitch from Morris. That's a 35. A 35 is a blank, and the 35 is going to be an out. A 3 with the bases loaded, and he's a righty. With the bases loaded, if a third baseman has a strong arm, it's going to be a double play. So let's see. The third baseman is Hebner. I don't remember him having a. Oh, he does have a strong arm. So he goes to second for 1, back to first, and they turn it. Wow, what could have been a huge inning for the Athletics ends up being an inning where they score but 1 run, and they lose a bases loaded opportunity with only 1 out. So Richie Hebner fires to second for 1, back to first to Thompson, and that ends the inning with 1 run and 1 hit. All right. We move to the bottom of the second. Now, I was just looking at he's a righty, and that was, it says infield in F, okay. Yeah. So there's some things I still don't understand. So it's 3 times H infield F. Oh, infield fly. Okay, would it be infield fly? I guess if. All right. So instead of a ground ball, it would have been an infield fly with everybody holding. Bases full. Infield fly roll. But with a strong arm, it's a double play. I'm not sure what that means. I got to look at the regular chart. That's the abbreviated chart. It's a little bit harder to read. You have to know or look up the actual the complete chart before you can really. There's certain things on the abbreviated or the quick outs chart that is a little tricky to read. All right, so it's going to be Champ Summers. Let's look at Champ Summers' card first, and that is going to be a 31. That's normally a base hit. It's blank there, but you go to the pitcher, and it is a little blooper that falls in front of the shortstop, in front of the center fielder. And shortstop gets it. Summers is on at first. And here's Jason Thompson, left-handed batter. Good power. Although he must have been injured that season or he was traded. Because I think actually, wasn't he traded to the San Diego Padres? He hits only 4 home runs and 100 at-bats. Bats 214. So here's a pitch to Thompson. That's a 35. A 35 is a blank there, and a 35 is an out. That's a fly ball left field, shallow left. In comes Henderson and makes the grab, 1 away. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Athletics. Matt Keough versus the hero of the 1988 Game 1, I believe it was, wasn't it? Against Dennis Eckersley. He hits that home run to win the game. Here's Parrish. It should be Parrish, not Gibson. So I messed up on the. There it is. Fix that. Easy fix. Here goes. And that is, it was almost a 66. That's a strikeout. So Parrish swings and misses at a Keough fastball. 2 down. And with 2 out and a runner on first, it's Kirk Gibson. And that is a 46. That's going to be ballpark. And with a 10, that's he's a righty hitter, and that's going to be a foul ball. Roll again. There's a lot of roll agains in this ballpark, which I don't really like. I like the A's ballpark. There's a lot of foul balls. That's going to be a 21. Strike 3, and Keough gets Kirk Gibson. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the top of the 3rd inning. Jack Morris on the mound for the Detroit Tigers, who had a decent record in 1980. They were 84-78 with Sparky Anderson at the helm. Here's a pitch from Morris, and that's a 43. 43 is a blank, and a 43 is an out. It's a fly ball to right. Going back out is Thompson, and is Summers, and Summers calls him off, 1 away. Dwayne Murphy, who grounded out in the first, and here is going to be a 64, which is a ground ball to second base. Up with it is Whitaker, and he throws out Murphy, the speedy Murphy. And here's Mitchell Page with a 45. That's a blank, and we look at the pitcher, and that's a 20 with a 5, and that's lined and caught by the third baseman. So 5. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, none left. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. So you can get any season you want with Fall Classic Baseball. They have them all. And you can even try the game for free, I believe. There's a free game there, I believe. 14, that's going to be an out, and a 7 is a fly to left field. So Stegman flies out to Henderson for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Next up is Lou Whitaker. He flied out to center in his first at bat. It's a left-handed hitter. Batted .233 in 1980. That's a 55, so that's going to be ripped to center field. He's on with a single, and he's going to try to steal. So we're going to use that 4. And he's a 13, so there goes Whitaker. Throw down from Heath, and he is safe. Stolen base. I like that about this game. It gives you the automatic stolen bases. They just have to roll on the steal rating of the, and you subtract, of course, or add the catcher's arm. But 1 out, runner on second. Here's Alan Trammell. Here's a pitch from Keough. And that's a 64. That's a blank there. That's going to be an out. The 16 and he is a righty, and a 16 is a ground ball to short, and runner will advance on this. So 2 outs, runner on third now. And here's the pitch to Kemp, and that is going to be, that's probably going to be a base hit. 1-12 is a single, and this is ripped to right for a base hit. That scores Whitaker, and the game is tied. RBI single for Steve Kemp. And with 2 outs, runner on first, here's Richie Hebner. And that is a 33, another good roll, a 19. That's a base hit. And let's see what happens. Let's pull a card. Runner on first, what will he do? He holds at second base, so it's hit hard enough to make him stop at second. First and second with 2 outs. See if Keough can get out of this inning. Sometimes you get into a bind and just hit after hit after hit. See what I roll there. With Holmes. And the 56 is going to be a strikeout, and that retires the side. So Keough does get out of it without any further damage, but the game is tied. 1 run on 3 hits, and we go to the top of the 4th. That's Keough's 3rd strikeout of the game. We go to it's going to be Revering. Morris is going to face Revering, Gross, and Armas. They're the big power guys for the Athletics in 1980. Specifically, Armas was a real big power hitter. He had 35 home runs. Here's the pitch to Revering, and that is a 52. So we're going to re-roll again on that. It's a defensive roll, and it's an error on the 3rd baseman, but that 20 is way too high, so that's a ball that Hebner comes up with, fires the first. Low throw, but scooped out of the dirt by Thompson. So he saved Hebner an error there on that, and here's 1 out, and Wayne Gross. Wayne Gross with a 66, and that's going to be a drive, 1 hop off the wall. Digging for second is Gross. Here's the throw, and he is safe with a double. So the go-ahead runner is on second base with only 1 out, and here's Tony Armas. How are you liking the game so far? Let me know. 25 Armas, and that is some sort of an out. A little comebacker. Let's see if he advances or not on that. A 1 hold, weak arm. Let's see what the pitcher's arm is. He's a strong arm, so he's going to hold at second base on that comebacker to Morris. And here's Heath with 2 outs and runner at second. It's a pitch from Morris, and that is a 22. That's line caught by the not line. It's popped up. The catcher puts it away, and that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, all tied at 1 apiece. All right, it's going to be Jason Thompson, Parrish, and Gibson against Matt Keough with a 65. That's a pitcher home run, but we roll a 20, so that's going to be a fly out. Shallow center. Racing in is Murphy, and he makes the catch. All right, next is Parrish with a 15, and that is a grounder to the first baseman. Actually, a 3. It's going to be to the 3rd baseman. 2 out. And here comes Gibson. Pitch to Gibson, a 34. That's a blank. We're going to look at the out. A 2 tells us it's a fly to center. And Murphy makes the catch. No runs, no hits. We've completed 4 innings, so the game plays pretty quickly. And you get good detail, good depth. There's a lot of different things that could come up every at bat. So it's never, a standard. Although I'm an APA boy, so here's the top of the 5th inning. Guerrero, Piccolo, and Henderson. Guerrero's 0 for he basically walked in his first at bat. That's all he's done so far. That's a 33. This is going to be a ground ball and through into left field for a base knock for Guerrero. He's on at first. Piccolo's going to bunt. Piccolo's a 5, and it's a successful bunt. The 3 is going to go to the first baseman. So at second is Guerrero. And next is Ricky Henderson. Pitch to Henderson. Oh, a 56, and that's going to be strike 3. And Henderson swings and misses his 2nd strikeout of the day. And that is number 2, actually, for Morris. So he struck out 2, and they've both been Ricky Henderson. Here's Dwayne Murphy. Here's the pitch, and that's a 34. 34 is a blank, and a 34 is a base hit. And with 2 outs, hopefully that scores Guerrero. Yep, it does score. So the Athletics have taken the lead with a 2-out single here by Murphy. Drives in Guerrero, who's bunted to second base, playing billy ball. So the A's are leading 2-1 with 2 outs and 1 on. And here is Mitchell Page. and that's a 56. That should be a swing and a miss, and the curveball gets Page, and that retires the side, but not before the A's pick up a run. They take a 2-1 lead in the top of the fifth inning, 1 run on 2 hits. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's going to be Stegman, Whitaker, and Trammell. All right, Matt Keough's faced, let's see, 9 plus 8. That's 17 batters. There's a pitch to Stegman, who flied out in his first at bat. A 54 is going to be a chart with nobody on. It's a pop-up. And then there's a potential rain situation, but we're going to ignore that. So it's a pop-up to short, 1 away. I don't play rain delays. I play actual lineups. Here's Whitaker. Ooh, that's a 66. That's a minus 11. So it's going to be a 1. We roll an 8. That's a fly ball in the gap, but running it down hangs up there for Murphy. 2 out. And here's Trammell, Alan Trammell with a 43. 43 is a blank, and a 43 is a 10 with a 3, and that is a fly to center to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Keough. Scores 2-1. Top of the sixth. Playing 1980, Jack Morris versus Matt Keough. I'd like to see both these pitchers complete their game. That's why I play these older teams, these older sets, these older seasons. I have a payoff pitch, 1964 replay going on. You should check that out. So that's a 42, Revering, and that's a blank, but we go over to Morris, and that's a base on balls, and that is the 4th base on balls of the game, allowed by Morris. Here's Wayne Gross, who's got good power. 32 is a blank, and a 32 is an out. A 4 will be a ground ball to second base with a runner on first. Should be a double play unless the second baseman has a weak arm, and there's no way that Whitaker has a weak arm. He does not. He has a strong arm. So that's a 4, 6, 3, and they turn it. Tony Armas, good power. Ooh, a 33, and that's line for a base hit. Cut off by the left fielder, Stegman. Armas is on with a 2-out single. Top of the sixth, 2-1, Athletics. Here's Mikey. And a 53 is going to be a KD check, but that's too high. It's a 6. The KD is 1-2. That would be a strikeout instead of a potential error. But this is going to be a range check. So let's look at what it's going to be. It's going to be a range check to to the shortstop, who's 11. Let's roll that, and he makes the play. He gets up, flips the shortstop, and that retires the side. So nice play by Lou Whitaker. Turns a double play, then makes a diving stop, and no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Matt Keough pitching a heck of a ball game. Hopefully we don't jinx him. I'm playing full classic baseball. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. Easy to play. Quite affordable. You have all the different seasons. You have all the players. So if you want to play those John Smiths, you want to do that. That's a 46. That's going to be a ballpark call, and a 9 is a roll again. There's a pitch again to Kemp, and that's a 15, and that's going to be an out. Fly ball center field. The last 3 players, the last 3 of outs have been to the center fielder. Here's Richie Hebner. He's 1 for 2. And a 55 is going to be a base hit to right field. Cut off by the right fielder Armas. So Hebner's on at first, and here's Champ Summers. Champ Summers is not really a good hit and run guy, so we're not going to hit and run with him. I was thinking about it. 34. That's a blank, but a 34 is an out, and a 2 is again popped up center field. Back goes the second baseman and shortstop, Guerrero and Piccolo racing in is Murphy. Murphy calls them off. 2 out, 1 on. And here comes Jason Thompson. Thompson's over 2. He flat out to left. He flat out to center. See what it does here. It's 2-1 Oakland in the bottom of the 6th. And that's a 15. That will be an out. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Over to first, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. We go to the top of the 7th inning. right, Mario Guerrero leading off. He's 1-for-1 with a walk and a single and a run scored. And that's a 55. That's going to be lined for a base hit. So his second hit of the game. And just like Deja Vu, scoring to bunt is Piccolo. He's a 5, so you need to roll both dice under a 5 for it to be a good bunt. And it is a good bunt. And this one will go to, who's 5? That's going to be the first baseman. Because I think the first time it was a 3 and I made it, it's pretty simple, but I wanted to avoid looking, but I will check it out here real quick. Sacrifice chart. Just once I look at it, I'll remember it. Defense chart. Where's the bunt chart? Come on now. Bunt chart is hiding from me. Lefty righty. Error chart, hit and run. Okay, here's a bunt chart. Who gets it? A 5 is a third baseman, and a 3 was a first baseman. All right, so this will be third baseman grounded to third. And there's one play that's to first base with the second baseman covering. So going to second is Guerrero. This is just exactly what happened in the 5th inning. And here's Ricky Henderson. So runner on second. Ricky Henderson is at bat. He struck out twice and flied out. So he has not had a good day against Jack Morris. He needs to get a hit here to give the Athletics an insurance run at least, and that is going to be a 21. That's not going to do it. 21's an out, kind of an out, fly ball to left. And I will double check with the 7, runner on second. He will hold there to a fly ball to left field. And with 2 out and 1 on, here's Murphy, who singled him home earlier in the game. Here's a pitch. And that is, just missed being a 66. That's a 64, and that's a ground ball to second, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. Score remains at 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. Grab yourself a beverage. Concessions closing up. All right, it's Lance Parrish, Kirk Gibson, and I think it's Dan Stegman. Pitch from Keough, and that is a 14, which will be a ground ball to. He's a righty, ground ball to third base. Gross throws him out, 1 down. Here's Kirk Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 2. He struck out and flied out. And that's a 36. That's a blank, and a 36 is going to be a 15. And that is, he's a lefty, so that's going to be to the first baseman. Chop to first, glove by Revering, and he steps on the bag right ahead of Gibson, who's hustling down the line. Here's Dave Stegman. Couldn't remember if it was a Dave or a Dan. That's a 53 and a 3. Will it be a KD? Oh, just misses the KD, which is 1 to 2. So now we're going to have to take a look at the range results, and let's see what it says. It says 53, a left field double. Let's see if our left fielder, Ricky Henderson, can make the catch. And Ricky Henderson is a 13. So we roll it, and if it's less than 13, he makes a nice running, diving catch, and he does to retire the side. Ricky Henderson turned on the jets and ran that ball down in the corner. No runs, no hits, none left. Top of the 8th. So we got a great little ball game going here. Jack Morris has faced 29 batters. He can go 33. 33 there. And Keough can go 36. So they're still in good shape. All right, here's Mitchell Page. Pitch from Morris. So 46, that's a ballpark, and a 5 is going to be a drive. That's going to split the outfielders and roll to the wall. Playing the carom is the center fielder, Gibson. Digging for second is Mitchell Page. Here's the throw, the tag, and he is safe with a leadoff double. Big double for Mitchell Page. Here's Dave Revering. going to walk Revering intentionally, set up a potential double play, see what happens. So here's the pitch to Wayne Gross. Wayne Gross with a 32, that's a blank, and it's going to be an out. A 13 with first and second, and he's a lefty. Oh, if the shortstop has a strong arm, that's going to be a double play. 6-4-3 double play. And Trammell does have a strong arm, so they turn it. So 2 outs, 6-4-3 double play, and Page ends up on third base with 2 outs. Again, the Tigers have an outstanding defense up the middle. And here's Tony Armas, pitch from Morris. Ooh, 63, and that is going to be a ground ball again to Trammell, who throws him out to retire. The side, no runs, 1 hit. They lead 1, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still 2-1, Athletics. See what happens. Heck of a ball game. It's going to be Whitaker leading off, Trammell and Kemp. There's a pitch, and that is a 26, and versus a righty, that's a base hit. So tying run is on at first. Trammell will square to bunt, and he's a 5 bunter. So as long as we don't roll a 6, we're good, and that is a good bunt. And a 4 will be. At least I know where the chart is now. A 4 is going to be the pitcher. Back to the pitcher, over to first base. And that 1 out with a tying run at second base for Steve Kemp. There's Kemp, and that is going to be a 25, which is an out. What kind of an out? An 11. And an 11-5 is going to be a ground ball to third base. And let's see, it has some see the main boards. Okay. To third base, he's going to hold. And here's Hebner with 2 out, runner on second, and Hebner the lefty. Here's a pitch. It's a huge pitch. It's a 15, and that is going to be same thing, an 11 again with a 5, and that is a ground ball hit hard right at Gross. He picks it up, fires to first in time, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And so the score is 2-1. Athletics going into the top of the 9th inning. And let's see what Jack Morris has pitched to 27, 22, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So he's gone as far as he can go, but we're going to allow him to pitch until he gives up a hit or a walk or a hit batsman. So let's see. Here's Mike Keough. Mike Keough today's 0 for 2 with a walk. And that is a 35. That's going to be a blank, and the 35 is going to be an out, and that is going to be grounded to third. 1 down. Mario Guerrero's got a couple of hits. He's 2 for 2 today. And, a 34. That's going to be a base hit single, and that will do it for Jack Morris. So he's out of there. Up comes Piccolo. And I got to check quickly my official roster. So Morris will pitch to at least, let's see here. Okay, now I can check who is in the bullpen available. All right, so I got 42 Underwood is a lefty. Who do I got coming up? Got a righty and a righty. So we're going to bring in Aurelio Lopez. He's going to be the new pitcher. So this is my second Fall Classic game of the day. Here he is. Here's Aurelio Lopez. So we're going to write him in. And he will be facing Piccolo. Let's do it. And Piccolo is sacrificed twice. Will he sacrifice again? Why not? And it's a good sacrifice. And this time is going to be to the catcher. And he throws him out at first. So Piccolo has 3 sacrifices today. And next is Ricky Henderson with runner on second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Lopez. And I thought it was snake eyes. That's going to be base on balls. So Henderson walks, and up comes Dwayne Murphy, who's 1 for 4. Pitch from Lopez. That's a 24, and that's going to be a potential hit by pitch, but no. It's going to be chopped to the second baseman, who flips to the shortstop. So that is Whitaker to Trammell, and that retires the side. No runs. 1 hit, 2 left, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. Matt Keough is still in there. Matt Keough's gone 27. He can go 36, and he's gone 27, 22, he's got 31. So he still has something left in the tank. So it's Matty Keough versus Champ Summers, a 420 hitter. I don't know how many at-bats he has because all the other teams are played by replay baseball. Today he's 1 for 3. Then it's Jason Thompson, who's 0 for 3, and it's Lance Parrish. All these batters are batting. Champ Summers is at 420, Thompson's at 309, and Parrish is at 340. But again, that's not the Fall Classic engine. That's the replay baseball engine. So they've all gotten off to really good starts. So here's Matty Keough to Champ Summers. See what happens. The A's are up 2-1. See if they can hold on. And a 54. That's going to be a bases empty. Fly ball versus roll versus the E rating of the right fielder. That's too high. 14. So that's going to be a catch. 1 out. Here's Jason Thompson. And that's a 43. A 43 is a blank, and a 43 is a ground ball to first. Actually, it is because he's a lefty. If he were a righty, it'd be a ground ball to third. 2 outs. So the Tigers are down to their last out here. Score is 2-1, bottom of the 9th. It's Lance Parrish, who has plenty of power, hit 24 home runs. So you can get a hold of one here and drive it out, see what happens. Keough's going to proceed with caution here. Doesn't want to give him a meatball. Doesn't want to put it in his wheelhouse. Here's the pitch. And that's a 36. A 36 is a blank, and the 36 is going to be a fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Henderson to the track and makes the catch. Ball game over. The Athletics win their 3rd in a row. They improve their record to 14-16 now. The Detroit Tigers lose it, and they are 16-13. Keough's going to get the victory. Pitched a heck of a ball game. Goes the complete game. And loss is going to go to Morris. But he pitched pretty well, too. He only gave up a couple of runs. So final score is Athletics 2. Here at Detroit Tiger Stadium. 2-1 is the final score. The A's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. No errors. The Tigers had no errors either. And they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So let's recap. A's with 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Tigers 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. Win goes to Keough, loss goes to Morris. What a heck of a ball game. Pitchers duel the whole way. My kind of ball game. I love that. And this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, 1980 A's replay using Fall Classic Baseball. Thanks for watching. Reach out. Let me know how you feel about the game. Take care. Thank you.